Good evening and welcome to UTV Live. Mike Nesbitt has announced he's stepping down as leader of the Ulster Unionist Party. In a statement this afternoon, Mr Nesbitt confirmed the move to allow time for a new leader to steer the party into the next Assembly election in 2027. Here's our political correspondent, Vicky Hawthorne.
Mike Nesbitt became leader of the UUP for the second time last year. The Strangford MLA entered politics in 2010 and was elected to lead the party in 2012, resigning 5 years later after a poor election result. He took up the post again in 2024, following the surprise resignation of Doug Beattie.
I didn't know what I was letting myself in for in 2012. I do now, and I'm confident that I can do a job for the Ulster Unionist Party, for the people who vote for us, and more generally for the people of Northern Ireland.
In a statement this afternoon, Mr Nesbitt explained his decision to step down as leader. He said, "The next 5-year mandate stretches to May 2032, the month I hope to celebrate my 75th birthday. That's a commitment to full-time politics I just do not feel I can make." He went on to say, "I retook the leadership to do a short-term job of getting the party match fit for the forthcoming election campaign. That job is now done, so the time is right to select the politician who will lead us into the May 2027 polls." A decision about the former broadcaster's future as leader was expected early in the new year. In an interview last summer, Mike Nesbitt had indicated he was considering his future and would make a decision in January. Former party leader and chair of the party, Lord Elliott, has paid tribute to Mike Nesbitt's time as leader.
I suppose he always indicated to us that, look, I don't want to do this long term. I'm in this to stabilise the situation and hopefully get someone else in. But some of us were hoping, maybe against hope, that he'll reconsider, and when he gets in, he'll like it and he'll stay on until after the next election. But look, we lost that battle, and Mike has taken his decision, and I wish him well. He'll certainly not need to be looking for work while he's Minister for Health.
It is understood Mike Nesbitt, also a former Victims Commissioner, will continue in his role as Health Minister at Stormont for now. But his statement today indicates that he will not remain in politics after the next election. Meanwhile, the Ulster Unionist Party officers are now making plans for the selection of a new leader.
And Vicky joins us now. So what now? Is it too early to talk about who'll replace Mike Nesbitt?
Well, frankly, no, Sarah, because this is a debate that Mike Nesbitt himself started last summer when he gave that interview suggesting that he was considering his future as leader of the Ulster Unionist Party. And since then, there has been an ongoing commentary and debate about who his successor might be. The names in the frame, albeit nobody has actually officially put their names in the hat just yet, but the names wouldn't maybe surprise anybody. The deputy leader of the party, Robbie Butler, is in the frame, a former firefighter and current MLA of Lagan Valley, as well as John Burrows, a former PSNI officer, but somebody who is a new recruit to the party, somebody who hasn't faced an electorate yet, is co-opted into the North Antrim constituency. But look, we expect to hear more details about the process for electing a leader next week. Lord Elliott suggested to me earlier potentially this could all be done and dusted within 4 weeks. That will depend on how many people put their names in the hat and whether there's going to be a contest.
Indeed, interesting days and weeks ahead. Thank you, Vicky.
The parents of an 18-year-old man who died in a car crash in 2024 have said greater action is needed to improve road safety after 57 people died on the roads here last year. Eamon and Joanne Carron from County Londonderry have been working with a road safety charity in a bid to help others ever since the loss of their youngest child, Noah.
It comes as Infrastructure Minister Liz Kimmins prepares to launch a consultation on a review of speed limits. Our correspondent Deborah McCullagh reports.
Noah was such a good person, and you know, we're sitting here with a 10-year passport for him and a 10-year driving licence that he got using for 4 weeks.
Eamon and Joanne Carron are beginning another year without their son Noah, who was just 18 when he died in a road crash in Claudy in September 2024.
To have police come to your door to tell you that your son's there has passed and you weren't there to hold his hand, and you know, that's someone you have to live with every day, you know, and no family deserves that, no child deserves that, you know.
But many more families are now entering the new year without their loved ones due to road deaths. PSNI figures show that throughout 2025, 57 people in Northern Ireland died as a result of road traffic collisions, while almost 800 people were seriously injured.
You don't want anybody to have to go, any family have to go through this.
The loss of their son inspired Eamon and Joanne to get involved in the charity Road Victim Support Northern Ireland Donegal, so they can offer help to others.
I feel now that we both are driven to get involved in this charity, to help others, and others help us at the same time. And getting in and talking to people that completely understand what we're going through and being in that group of people, it's a massive help.
The charity is also campaigning for better road infrastructure and for new drivers to be taught improved skills that include real-life scenario driving.
I think if Noah had more experience and was taught more how to control a car, that we'd still be here today.
Yeah, 100%.
I think every single road death is absolutely devastating.
The Infrastructure Minister said she is committed to improving road safety and will soon launch a consultation on review of speed limits, along with a number of other initiatives.
I'm looking at absolutely everything that we can do to ensure that everyone is safe on our roads and that we are continually bringing those numbers down to zero, so that no family goes through this horrendous pain.
It's just changed our whole lives.
Noah Karen will be forever 18. His parents just hope that their story might save at least one life on the roads.
When you hear another crash, when you hear on the road, and I just think that poor family have to go through this, and it's just a living nightmare every day.
Joanne Karen ending that report by Deborah McCullagh. A man has been left with serious injuries after he was attacked in Ballymoney last night in an aggravated burglary. The attack happened at a property in the Charlotte Street area of the town just before midnight. The victim was left hospitalised with suspected fractures and opened wounds. However, his injuries are not thought to be life-threatening.
Tributes have been paid to the young Belfast boxer Paul McCullagh, who's died after a short illness.
Known as the Irish Drago, Paul has been described as a true gentleman and a formidable sportsman. Born into a family synonymous with local boxing, Paul McCullagh Jr. won his first title as a teenager and later turned professional. Paul died in hospital on New Year's Day after a short illness, aged just 25. Heavy hearts here at St John Bosco Boxing Club today.
I heard the news on Christmas Eve that he had collapsed and took sick and was rushed to hospital, and he undergone an operation. And he went in a coma, and after coming out of the coma, we thought that was it, he's going to get better, And then they got word that there was a very rare, aggressive leukemia working in him. And the doctor told his father, you're going to have a big fight on your hands here. So then we got word, his mother sent me a message on New Year's morning, about 8 o'clock, that he had passed away then, through the night. So I cried my eyes out all day yesterday, to be honest with you. It was like losing one of my own sons, But, as a guy said to me this morning, he says, George, you put your shoes on in the morning, but you don't know who's going to take them off you at night. He was just loved by so many different people. I must have had 100 different messages from boxing coaches all over Ireland, people that I didn't even know that knew him. And just what they were saying, how sorry they were for his loss, how great a big lad he was, and they all had their own wee stories about him, and that was just Paul.
Among those paying tribute from the boxing community, the Irish Athletic Boxing Association, describing its sadness at Paul's passing. Posting on social media, Carl Frampton spoke of Paul's talent, and Barry McGuigan offered his condolences to the McCullagh family. A young man who left a lasting impression on all those he met, both inside and outside the ring.
To sport now, and in football, there's a huge game tonight as the top two meet at Inver Park. Victory for Larne would see them open up a 7-point advantage over Coleraine at the Summit.
We're coming into a really, really big game against Coleraine, but win, lose or draw, we'll still be top of the league after the game, but we want to kind of build momentum. We want to kind of get back to winning ways and that, and hopefully we can start on Friday night.
Rugby and Ulster are in action tonight in their final festive interprovincial fixture against Munster in the United Rugby Championship. Ian Henderson returns from a back injury to captain the side at the Ophidia Stadium in one of 5 changes. The game is Ulster's first at home in nearly a month.
very difficult situation, and just in relation to preparation and all that kind of stuff. You know, we're sort of facing into the run-in of 4 games on the bounce, and it doesn't get much bigger than Munster at home in front of a full house, which will be pretty special.
In Gaelic games, inter-county football is getting back underway tonight. The Dr McCullagh Cup returns as Armagh take on Tyrone at the Athletic Grounds. The tournament returns after a 1-year hiatus. Tomorrow, Monaghan and Cavan go head-to-head at Kingspan Breffni Park, while on Sunday, Donegal welcome Derry to Letterkenny.
There's a huge rivalry with Tyrone and Armagh, and supporters will come out in their numbers. Probably there hasn't been county football for a while now, and there'll be a huge appetite for people to come. And after Christmas, Friday night game, it's got all the makings of a great game, and it's probably what supporters want, and I think that's kind of what everybody wants.
There'll be plenty of markers out down throughout the year, I'm sure, without that one. But no, look, us and Armagh know each other pretty well at this stage, and it'll be a tough battle to come Ulster time, no doubt anyway.
The Belfast Giants are on the road this weekend, starting with the Storm in Manchester tomorrow evening before facing the Blaze in Coventry on Sunday. Head coach Adam Keefe says his team are in a good place after taking 7 points from a possible 8 over the festive period. I see there, and it's certainly been a cold start to the new year, hasn't it?
Yes, it really has been cold. Here's Louise with all the details.
After a cold start, temperatures are expected to rise. UTV Weather, sponsored by the Grand Irona R290 heat pump.
Hello there, good evening. We have some very wintry conditions on the way over the next couple of days. Today, the Met Office issued 2 further yellow warnings for snow and ice. The first one stays in place until 12 noon tomorrow afternoon. Following that then, directly after that, we have the second snow and ice warning, and that stays in place until 12 noon on Monday. We can expect snowfall even to lower levels. We could have 2 to 5 centimetres in places with a significant ice risk. So if you are travelling, give yourself some extra time for your journey and do take care. Taking a look at the pressure sequence, we have high pressure to the west, low pressure to the east, and that's allowing a cold Arctic air feed to drag in some wintry showers over the next couple of days. Bitterly cold in that brisk, blustery winds at times. Tonight, further snow showers in places 2 to 5 centimetres possible. Significant sharp frost developing, icy stretches as we head towards dawn, and temperatures falling away to lows of -5 degrees Celsius and remaining fairly blustery, especially around the coast. We factor in that wind chill, it will feel even colder. Tomorrow, a chilly start, widespread frost, icy stretches. Do take care. Further snow showers pushing through tomorrow as well. 1 to 3 centimetres possible, even to lower levels. Some bright sunny spells though into the afternoon, but it's still another breezy day. Not quite as windy as today, but blustery enough. Temperatures holding up there at 3 degrees Celsius. But if you factor in that wind chill, it will feel even colder. Across the rest of Ireland, it is a largely dry day. A cool, chilly day though. Temperatures only reaching highs of 4 degrees Celsius with some bright and sunny spells staying largely dry. Looking ahead then for the next couple of days, we have warnings in place until Monday, so do stay up to date with the forecast because we could see some updates with them. Further wintry showers, snowfall even to lower levels as we head towards Monday. We could see up to 10 centimetres along the Glen Pass over the next couple of days as those accumulations continue to grow. Feeling rather cool and chilly by day and even colder by night. Temperatures below average by both day and night, falling away to lows of maybe -6 or -7 degrees Celsius at times. Bye-bye.
UTV Weather, sponsored by the Grand Irona R290 heat pump.
A very cold few days ahead of us.
Yeah, get the thermals on, Sarah.
A reminder that UTV Life is back tonight.
Yes, with all the details, here's Pammy.
Yes, the first UTV Life of the new year is on tonight when I'll be talking to internationally acclaimed artist and author Oliver Jeffers. Elvis impersonator Jim Brown and comedian Paddy McDonnell will be telling me about a special celebration, and we're checking out the new fitness trend, Legree.
Wow, looks good. Rita's having a good time there. Don't forget, UTV Life is with Pammy at 10:15 this evening. Before that, Aidan Brown will be back with your late news at around 10:10.
The ITV National News is up next. From all of us in the newsroom, thanks for watching and good evening.
Good evening.